Well, hello. You may remember last time in the video I did on the Brompton G line that I ended up trying my best to rescue a baby hedgehog that had been chased by a cat into the road and was just curled up sitting there in the middle of the road, which obviously was very dangerous for it. So I picked it up and I walked it all the way back home, and as you can see it here, just sort of sitting in my left gloved hand, all curled up. And then it got home and I fed it and I gave it some water and I built it a shelter, and I just want to give you a quick update on that. So now we'll just go into my back garden and I'll tell you more. I think he is still in the garden somewhere, but because I've got so many quite deep hedges in that direction there, they're about sort of 8 foot wide to the fence, and there are lots of bushes basically in all of these hedges at the back of the garden. But in one of the corners I have, behind this tool shed which is quite sheltered, I've built a box with a small opening, and then I've kind of built stones around it, and there is in there like a way in. I absolutely packed it with leaves so that it's insulated. I've insulated underneath the top as well, and I've covered the top with this kind of asphalt top sort of waterproof layer, and then a layer of thick insulation in the top, which gives it an kind of an insulation from the top. Down each side I've packed it with leaves and sticks to give it stability, and then I've built this kind of bit of a stone entrance here so that cats and things wouldn't necessarily want to go in around that corner to get to it. So I put some food out and I put some water out there as well, and we will see if he or she decides to come back and use it. I mean, there is the chance that it's got out of the garden and is miles away again. That's always going to be hard to predict, and trying to work out, you know, is it under some of the bushes hiding somewhere? Because they do tend to go into hibernation when the temperatures are getting as low as they are at the minute, and that's why I wanted to get this shelter built straight away, so that and I've kind of disguised it with lots of leaves and twigs, but it does go back quite some way right down there, so it's a fairly big shelter for it, but inside it's absolutely packed with leaves and stuff, so it's kind of a natural environment. And I sort of went online and looked at what should you do to build a hut. Looking around under here, you can see that there's a lot of hedges back there. We'll just go around the other side of the garden, and again in this area it's quite a deep hedge from here right to the back where the fence is, and that kind of runs all the way down. And thins out a little bit there towards the end, thickens out again there. And then there's a whole section sort of behind the end of the shed there, so there's another shed at that end of the garden. And there's a sort of a 3 foot walkway behind that with all sorts of leaves and stuff that it could potentially have got under. So I'm not sure where he or she is, but I think I've done everything I can to try and provide the best sort of environment I can to protect from predators, and also give it that sort of ability to stay reasonably warm in there. Anyway, thought I'd give you that very quick update just in case you'd watched the previous video and was wondering what had happened to the baby hedgehog. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you soon with more videos. Bye bye for now.